A black woman in a Mercedes? You stole this car. Officer Dylan Garrett's fist punches the driver's window. Crack! The glass spiderwebs. He rips the door open, grabs Diana Foster by the arm, drags her out onto the asphalt. You look suspicious. On your knees. Now! Interstate 85, South Carolina. She's on the ground. White cop's boot presses into her spine. Traffic screams past at 80 miles per hour. No one stops. Just another black woman being destroyed. Garrett leans into her car, searching. Drugs. Weapons. Anything to justify this. Then he sees it. Back seat. Garment bag unzipped. Military dress blues. Ribbons covering the chest. Bronze star. Purple heart. Combat infantry badge. Afghanistan patches. He freezes. His face drains white. The black woman on the pavement? U.S. Army Major. 16 years of service. She outranks everyone in his department. What happens next will annihilate his career and expose an entire corrupt system. This cop's life just ended. His life just... Do not look away. Diana Foster drives north on Interstate 85. March 14th. Late afternoon. The sun hangs low, casting long shadows across the highway. She's 38 years old. U.S. Army. Major. 16 years of service. 2 combat tours she doesn't talk about at parent-teacher conferences. Her daughter's voice crackles through the Bluetooth speaker. Mom, when are you home? 30 minutes, baby. Did you finish your homework? Most of it. Can we get pizza? Diana smiles. We'll see. The call ends. Silence fills the car again. In the back seat, a garment bag hangs from the hook. Inside, dress blues. Jacket pressed sharp. Ribbons earned in Kandahar, Baghdad. Places that feel like another lifetime. Tonight's the unit briefing at Fort Jackson. She'll need the uniform. But right now, she's just a mom driving home. The road here is familiar. Wide. Flat. Speed limit 60. Diana's cruise control sits at 58. She's careful. Always has been. 15 years of driving this stretch. Never once pulled over. The radio plays low. Some pop song her daughter likes. Diana hums along. Her fingers tap the steering wheel. 40 minutes ago, she sat in a classroom at Mia's school, parent-teacher conference. Math grades improving, reading comprehension excellent. The teacher smiled. She's a joy to have in class. Diana remembers her own childhood. Different schools every 2 years. Army brat. She wanted stability for Mia. One school, one town, roots. Fort Jackson to Greenville. The commute takes time, but it's worth it. Mia has friends here, a good school, a grandmother nearby. Diana makes it work. Single mom, deployments behind her, just trying to finish her service with honor, retire, maybe teach, maybe finally rest. She checks the mirror. Clear road behind her, traffic light ahead. The sun drops lower, painting the sky orange and pink. Then, red and blue lights flash in her rearview mirror. Diana's hands tighten on the wheel. Her heart rate climbs. She's done nothing wrong. She knows this. 58 in a 60. No lane changes. Turn signals on every time. But her pulse quickens anyway, because she knows how this works. She pulls onto the shoulder. Gravel crunches under the tires. The Mercedes rolls to a stop. Diana shifts to park. Engine off. Hands on the wheel. Both visible. She learned this a long time ago. Not in the Army. Before that. The lights keep flashing behind her. The officer doesn't approach yet. 60 seconds pass, then 90. Diana sits perfectly still, waiting. Her phone is in the cup holder. She thinks about calling someone. But who? And for what? She's done nothing wrong. The officer's door opens. Footsteps on gravel. Slow. deliberate. Diana watches in the side mirror. He's young, maybe late 20s, hand resting on his sidearm. The walk of someone who expects compliance. He reaches her window. Diana presses the button. Glass slides down. License and registration. No greeting. No explanation.
Diana reaches slowly for the glove box. "Officer, may I ask why I was stopped?" He doesn't answer. Officer Dylan Garrett, 29 years old, 3 years with Greenville County Sheriff's Department. His nameplate catches the afternoon light. His face shows nothing. No emotion. Just procedure. Diana hands him her license and registration, military ID included. She always keeps them together. Garrett glances at the military ID. No reaction. He looks at her license, then at her face, then back at the license. "Step out of the car, ma'am." Diana's stomach drops. "Sir, I'd like to know why I was stopped." "Your vehicle matches a description." "What description?" "Step out of the car." His tone leaves no room for argument. Diana unbuckles her seatbelt, opens the door, steps onto the shoulder. She's 5'6". Garrett towers over her. 6'2", maybe 6'3". His body cam sits on his chest, small red light blinking, recording everything. Timestamp 16:42, 18 seconds. "This your car?" Garrett asks. "Yes, sir." "You sure about that?" Diana's jaw tightens. "I'm sure." "Title in your name?" "Yes." He walks around the Mercedes, peers through the windows, checks the license plate, comes back to face her. "You don't look like you belong in a Mercedes." The words hang in the air. Cars rush past on the highway, 70 miles an hour, 80. No one slows down. No one looks. Diana stands on the shoulder, and the world keeps moving. "Officer, I haven't violated any traffic laws. I'd like to know the legal basis for this stop." Garrett's eyes narrow. "You people always play the victim." Diana's breath catches. Her hands curl into fists at her sides. Then relax. Control. She learned control in basic training. Learned it again in Kandahar when an IED went off 50 feet away, and she had to keep her squad calm while calling for medevac. She uses that control now. "I'm not playing anything. I'm asking a question." "What's in the bag?" Garrett points to the back seat. "My uniform." "Your uniform?" His tone mocks her. "What kind of uniform?" "U.S. Army, sir." "Right." He doesn't believe her, or doesn't care. "Wait here." He walks back to his cruiser. Diana stands on the shoulder. The sun beats down. Sweat prickles her neck. Traffic roars past. She counts her breaths. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. A car slows. Window rolls down. A young man, mid-20s, black. He sees Diana. Sees Garrett. Understanding crosses his face. Kevin Thompson. On his way home from work. He's seen this before. On this road. This exact spot. He pulls out his phone. Facebook Live. "Y'all seeing this?" His voice carries over the traffic noise. "I-85 southbound near exit 23. Cop got a black woman out her car. Mercedes. She ain't done nothing. I can see from here. She's just standing there." The viewer count starts climbing. 50, 100, 200. Diana sees Kevin, sees the phone. Hope flickers in her chest. Garrett returns. Sees Kevin, sees the phone. His expression hardens. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to put your hands on the vehicle." "For what?" "Suspicious behavior." "I haven't done anything suspicious." "That's for me to determine." Diana's voice stays level. "Am I being detained?" "You're being investigated." "For what crime?" Garrett steps closer. "You want to make this difficult? Kevin's live stream, 300 viewers, 400. Comments flooding in. Call the news. Record everything. I've seen this before. Diana reaches for her phone in the car. Garrett's hand shoots out, grabs her wrist. Don't touch that. I have the right to record. You have the right to comply. Give me the phone. No. His grip tightens. Obstruction of justice. You want those charges? Diana's training screams at her. Don't escalate. Don't resist. But her phone has the GPS data, proof she wasn't speeding. Proof this stop is illegal. Garrett releases her wrist, reaches past her, takes the phone from the cup holder, unlocks it with her thumbprint while her hand is still tender. Hey, evidence, he says. He scrolls through it. Her texts with Mia, her calendar, her photos. Violation after violation. But he has a badge. She doesn't. Kevin's live stream, 600 viewers. Garrett writes a citation. His pen scratches against the paper. Failure to signal lane change. Sign here. Diana stares at the ticket. I didn't change lanes. Sign it or go to jail for refusing to comply. I'm not signing a lie. Garrett's jaw clenches. You're making a mistake. No, Diana says quietly. You are. Kevin's live stream hits 1,000 viewers. The comments scroll faster than he can read. Diana sees him there, 20 yards away, phone raised, recording, witnessing. Ma'am, last chance. Sign the citation. Diana's voice doesn't waver. I'm refusing to sign. Garrett's hand moves to his radio. Dispatch, I need backup at mile marker 41. Uncooperative subject. The radio crackles. Copy that. Unit en route. Diana's pulse hammers. Backup means escalation. Escalation means arrest. Arrest means Mia picking up the phone tonight to hear her mother's in custody. Arrest means her commander getting a call. 16 years of spotless service. For nothing. Garrett steps back, crosses his arms. You can wait here until backup arrives. Then we'll see how cooperative you feel. Cars rush past. The sun sinks lower. Shadows lengthen across the asphalt. Diana stands perfectly still. Her mind runs through options, all of them bad. Kevin's live stream, 1,500 viewers. Someone in the comments posts the department's phone number. Call them. Flood the lines. Another comment. This happened to my brother. Same road. Same cop. Another. I got pulled over here last month. Luxury car. No reason. The pattern is there. Visible. Public. But patterns don't stop a badge from making an arrest. Diana looks at Garrett. Officer, I served this country for 16 years. I'm asking you, one public servant to another, what is the legal basis for this stop? I already told you. Your vehicle matched a description. What description? Suspicious vehicle. Suspicious how? That's not your concern. Diana's hands tremble. Not from fear. From rage held in absolute check. She wants to scream, wants to grab him by his tactical vest and ask if he knows what it's like to serve, really serve. Not with a badge and a quota, but with your life on the line 6,000 miles from home. But she doesn't, because that's what he wants. Escalation, resistance, justification. So she stands there, silent, waiting. Kevin's voice carries over the traffic. Y'all, she's just standing there, ain't doing nothing. He took her phone, won't tell her why she stopped. This is crazy. Viewers, 2,000, 3,000. The live stream is going viral in real time. Garrett notices. His eyes flick to Kevin, back to Diana. Tell your friend to move along. He's not my friend, he's a witness. He's interfering with an investigation. He's on public property recording public officials. That's protected speech. Garrett's jaw works. He's losing control of the situation and he knows it. The body cam on his chest records everything.
The timestamp ticks forward. 16:53. 11 minutes since the initial stop. Still no violation cited, no legal basis offered, just a woman standing on the side of the road, waiting. "You know what I think?" Garrett says, voice low. "I think you bought that car with someone else's money. I think you're not who you say you are." The accusation is clear, veiled, plausible deniability if anyone asks later. Diana's voice stays cold. "You think wrong. We'll see. Backup's almost here. They'll want to search the vehicle. You don't have probable cause. I have reasonable suspicion." "Of what crime?" "Drug trafficking." Diana almost laughs. Almost. The absurdity of it. A U.S. Army major accused of trafficking drugs because she drives a Mercedes. But she doesn't laugh. Because this isn't funny. This is her life, her career, her daughter's stability. This is the system working exactly as designed. Kevin's live stream, 5,000 viewers. The comment section explodes. "Someone call the ACLU. Get a lawyer down there. This is racial profiling." A news van in Charleston sees the stream. An editor messages Kevin. "Where is this? We're sending a crew." 23 miles away, investigative reporter Emma Bradford gets an alert on her phone. She's been tracking Greenville County traffic stops for months, looking for patterns, looking for proof. She finds it in Kevin's live stream. She grabs her keys. Back on the shoulder, a second patrol car arrives. Lights flashing. The officer steps out. Older, weathered face. He approaches Garrett. They talk in low voices. Diana can't hear the words, but she sees the body language. The older officer glances at Kevin's phone, at the viewer count visible on the screen, at Diana standing calm and still. He says something to Garrett. Garrett's face reddens. The older officer walks to Diana. "Ma'am, you're free to go." Just like that. No apology, no explanation, just free to go. Garrett steps forward. "Sir, she refused to sign." "She's free to go." The older officer hands Diana her license, her registration, not her phone. Garrett still has that. "My phone," Diana says. "You'll get it back at the station. File a request." "That's my property." "File a request." They're protecting him. Already. 11 minutes in, and the system's gears are turning. Cover up, minimize, make it go away. Diana's hands shake as she takes her documents. "I want his badge number." The older officer's face hardens. "You have a problem. File a complaint." "I will." She walks to her car, hands still shaking. Kevin's still recording. 5,700 viewers watching her open the door, watching her sit behind the wheel, watching her grip the steering wheel and breathe. The officers return to their vehicles. Garrett shoots her one last look, not apologetic, not embarrassed, victorious, because he still has her phone, he still has the power, and she's still just a woman on the side of the road. Diana starts the engine, pulls back onto the highway. In her rearview mirror, Kevin's still recording. The internet already knows her name. But what they don't know yet, what Garrett doesn't know yet, is that Diana Foster didn't survive Kandahar by accepting defeat. Diana drives 2 miles. Her hands grip the wheel. White knuckles. Her breath comes shallow. Fast. She pulls into a gas station. Parks away from the pumps. Sits there. Silence. Then, decision. She turns around. Garrett's still there, parked on the shoulder, filling out paperwork. He doesn't see her coming until she's already out of the car, walking toward him. He looks up. Surprise flashes across his face. "Ma'am, I told you." "My phone. Now. I told you to file a request." And I'm telling you, return my property. Now. Garrett stands, puts his hand on his belt, near his weapon. Ma'am, you need to leave. This is your last warning. Diana doesn't move. You want to arrest a U.S. Army major for requesting her constitutional property on body cam while a live stream is still running? His eyes flick to the road. Kevin's gone, but Garrett doesn't know if others are recording. Last warning. Diana walks past him, to her car, pops the trunk. Ma'am, do not. She reaches in, pulls out the garment bag. Garrett's hand moves to his weapon. Keep your hands where I can see them. Diana unzips the bag, slowly, deliberately. She pulls out the dress blues, jacket, sharp creases, ribbons across the chest, bronze star, purple heart, purple, combat infantryman badge, 16 years of service sewn into fabric, right there, side of the road. She puts it on. Garrett stares. She buttons the jacket, straightens the ribbons, adjusts the name tape. Foster. Rank insignia on the shoulders. Major. 04. United States Army. The body cam records everything. Diana turns to face him. The uniform transforms her. Not physically, but in presence. Authority. Earned authority. Major Diana Foster, Fort Jackson, 16 years active duty, 2 combat tours. You want to call your supervisor now, Officer Garrett? Or should I call mine? Garrett's mouth opens. Nothing comes out. The power shift is instant. Absolute. 10 seconds ago, he was in control. Badge, weapon, authority of the state. Now he's looking at someone who outranks most of his chain of command. Someone whose commander can make one phone call to the county sheriff and end careers. I didn't know. Diana's eyes, cold steel. You didn't ask. Ma'am, Major, you were just what? Harassing a citizen, violating constitutional rights, stealing property? I didn't steal. You took my phone without a warrant, without probable cause, while I was exercising my First Amendment right to record. All of that is on your body cam. Timestamp 1642. Would you like me to request that footage through official military channels? Or would you prefer to return my phone and we discuss this through proper procedures? Garrett's face drains of color. His hand trembles slightly as he reaches into his pocket, pulls out her phone. Diana takes it, checks the screen. Everything's still there. Thank you, officer. She should leave it there, should walk away. But 16 years of command experience tells her, document everything. She opens her phone, starts recording. Officer Dylan Garrett, badge number? He stammers it out. Thank you. This interaction, beginning at 1642 on March 14th, 2024, will be reported through official channels. You'll be hearing from my legal counsel, and my commander, and quite possibly the Inspector General. She stops recording, saves the file. Garrett finds his voice, defensive now. Ma'am, I was just doing my job. Your job is to protect and serve, not to profile and harass. I had reasonable suspicion. Of what? Driving while black? That's not reasonable. That's racism. The word hangs between them. He wants to deny it. Can't. Because his body cam recorded everything. Every word. Every implication. Diana turns. Walks to her car. The uniform boots click on the pavement. Measured. Deliberate. She gets in, closes the door, starts the engine. Looks at Garrett one last time through the window. He's standing there, frozen, realizing the magnitude of his mistake. Diana pulls away. In her rearview mirror, Garrett shrinks, smaller, powerless. The badge didn't protect him. It never does when the truth comes out. 3 days later, Diana's phone rings. Unknown number. She almost doesn't answer, but something tells her to pick up. Major Foster, this is Emma Bradford, Charleston Post. I saw Kevin Thompson's live stream. Can we talk? Diana sits at her kitchen table. Fort Jackson base housing. Quiet. Mia's at school. What do you want to talk about? Your traffic stop, and 22 others just like it. Diana's pulse quickens. 22? That I know of. Probably more. Can we meet? They meet at a coffee shop in Columbia. Neutral ground. Emma's 34. Sharp eyes. Notebook already full of scribbled notes. I've been tracking Greenville County traffic stops for 8 months, Emma says. Your case finally gave me something concrete. Something I can prove. She slides a folder across the table. Diana opens it. Spreadsheet. Names. Dates. Demographics. 23 rows. All traffic stops. All Officer Dylan Garrett. Diana scans the data. Her training kicks in. Pattern recognition. Analysis. 21 out of 23 are people of color. 91%, Emma confirms. All driving luxury vehicles. Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Audi, out-of-county plates. He stops them on I-85, same stretch, same reasons. Suspicious vehicle. Matched a description. Failure to signal. Diana's jaw clenches. Outcomes? Emma flips the page. 0 convictions. 12 citations dismissed by judges. 11 never even filed. He writes the ticket, takes their information, lets them go, but not before running their licenses, checking their records, and in 6 cases, she taps the highlighted rows. Civil asset forfeiture. He took their property? Cash, mostly. 1 vehicle. Claims it's drug money, never files charges, just takes it. Department keeps 80%, state keeps 20%. Diana's stomach turns. This is systematic. It gets worse. Emma files FOIA request number 2024-GC-0835 on March 18th, South Carolina Freedom of Information Act. She requests all traffic stop records from Greenville County Sheriff's Department, August 2023 through March 2024. The county stalls. 14 days. Legal maximum. On April 1st, the data arrives. Emma works through the night, spreadsheet growing. Filters applied. The picture becomes clear. Not just Garrett. 5 other officers. Same pattern, same road, same targets. But Garrett's the worst. 23 stops. 21 minorities. 6 forfeitures. $43,000 seized in 8 months. Emma calls Diana. I need to dig deeper. Financial records. Budget allocations. Can you give me a week? Take what you need. Emma takes 10 days. She finds the budget documents. Public record. Buried in county fiscal reports. Greenville County Sheriff's Department. Civil asset forfeiture revenue. 2023, $340,000. Up 35% from 2022. Up 48% from 2021. Not counted as tax revenue. Goes directly to the department. New equipment. Bonuses. Performance incentives. Emma interviews former officers. Anonymously. One talks. Retired 6 months ago. Couldn't take it anymore. They call it the I-85 corridor, he says. Easy pickings, luxury cars, out-of-state plates, people who won't fight back, people who'll pay the fine just to make it go away. It's not about safety, it's about money. Did supervisors know? They encouraged it. Emma keeps digging. She finds text messages, not from Garrett's phone, from a previous lawsuit. Different officer, same department. 2 years ago. Settled quietly. NDA signed. But discovery documents are public record if you know where to look. She finds them. Text message. Officer to officer. Easy pickings on I-85. Luxury cars equal cash. Nobody fights back. Another. Hit quota this month. Lieutenant's buying drinks. Another. Stopped a Mercedes today. Guy had $3 grand cash. Claimed it's for a car purchase. Yeah, right. Seized it. Easiest money ever. Emma takes everything to her editor. This is huge. Can you prove the department knew? Working on it. She circles back to Diana. I need you to go on record. Diana hesitates. Going public means exposure. Means Mia seeing her mom's name in headlines. Means potential blowback from her own chain of command. But she thinks about those 22 other people. 22 stops. How many didn't have her resources, her rank, her ability to fight back? I'll do it. If you're thinking this is just one department, one road, one bad cop, stay with this. Because what comes next reveals how deep the system protects itself. Emma starts writing. 4,000 words. Timeline. Data tables. Infographics showing the pattern. Stop locations mapped. Demographics charted. Forfeiture revenue tracked year over year. She interviews Kevin Thompson, gets his account, the video evidence. She interviews 3 other victims of Garrett's stops. They speak on condition of anonymity, fear of retaliation, fear of being targeted again. One woman, he took $2,000 from my purse, said it looked like drug money. I'm a nurse. It was my rent money. I never got it back. Another, he made me stand on the roadside for 40 minutes, called for a K9 unit. The dog didn't alert. He still searched my car, found nothing. Let me go. No apology. Nothing. A third, I filed a complaint, never heard back, called the department 6 times. Finally, they told me the investigation found no wrongdoing. I asked to see the report. They said it was confidential. Emma compiles it all. Sources checked. Facts verified. Legal review completed. She brings the story to Diana before publication. Last chance. You sure? Diana reads it. Sees her name. Major Diana Foster. 16 years of service. Stopped without cause. Phone seized. Rights violated. She sees the pattern laid bare. The evidence stacked high. The system's corruption exposed. Publish it, she says. Emma sends the article to print. Charleston Post, April 2nd, 8 a.m. The headline, Pulled over for driving while black. How one South Carolina county targets minority drivers. Byline, Emma Bradford, 3,500 words, 12 data visualizations, 36 sources cited. Within 2 hours, 10,000 views. By noon, 50,000. By 6 p.m., 500,000. The article goes viral. Twitter explodes. Reddit threads dissect every detail. YouTube commentators react to Kevin's live stream with the article's context. Comments pour in. Hundreds, then thousands. This happened to me. My brother. My father. My son. The pattern isn't isolated. It's everywhere. People recognize their own experiences in Diana's story, in the data, in the proof. For the first time, they have evidence. Not anecdotes, not suspicions. Evidence. Emma's phone rings non-stop. Interview requests, cable news, national outlets. Everyone wants the story. Diana's phone rings too, her commander at Fort Jackson. Major Foster, are you aware of the article? Yes, sir. Is it accurate? Every word, sir. Silence. Then, keep me informed. If you need legal support, let me know. Thank you, sir. He doesn't tell her to back down. Doesn't tell her it's bad optics. Military officers aren't supposed to make waves, but some commanders remember what the uniform means. Protect the Constitution, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Emma sits at her desk, reads the comments, watches the view count climb. This is the story she's been chasing for months, the proof she needed. But proof isn't the same as justice. That part comes next. March 28th. Greenville County Sheriff's Department holds a press conference. 10 a.m. Cameras line the back wall. Reporters fill the folding chairs. Sheriff Tom Wallace stands at the podium. 58 years old, 12 years in office, 3 re-election campaigns. He knows how to work a room. Good morning. I want to address recent allegations regarding our traffic enforcement practices. After a thorough internal investigation, we have determined that Officer Dylan Garrett followed all department protocols during the incident in question. We stand by our deputies and their commitment to public safety. He doesn't mention Diana by name, doesn't mention the data, doesn't mention the 23 stops or the $340,000 in forfeiture revenue. Just protocols and public safety. Emma Bradford raises her hand from the third row. Sheriff Wallace, what about the pattern of stops documented in the Charleston Post article? Wallace's smile doesn't waver. Next question. Sheriff, 21 out of 23 stops involved minorities. How do you explain that? I said next question. The data shows, ma'am, if you can't be respectful, you'll be escorted out. Emma sits down. She's got what she needs. His non-answer is an answer. The press conference lasts 8 minutes. No substantive questions answered. Wallace leaves through the side door. His assistant issues a written statement. The Greenville County Sheriff's Department maintains the highest standards of professionalism and constitutional compliance. All traffic stops are conducted with appropriate legal justification. We will not be commenting further on ongoing personnel matters. Translation. We're circling the wagons. 2 hours later, Diana's phone rings. Unknown number again. Professional voice. Male. Mid-40s. Major Foster, this is Gregory Klein. I'm an attorney representing Greenville County in this matter. What matter? Your recent allegations against Officer Garrett. The county would like to resolve this quickly and amicably. Diana's jaw tightens. Resolve it how? We're prepared to offer a settlement, $15,000. In exchange, you'd sign a confidentiality agreement and withdraw any formal complaints. $15,000. 30 pieces of silver. No. Major Foster, I'd encourage you to think carefully. I don't need to think. The answer is no. This is a generous offer. If this proceeds to litigation, it could be years before you see any, I said no. Klein's voice hardens slightly. Major, you should know that continued public statements could be construed as defamatory. The county is prepared to defend its interests vigorously. Are you threatening me? I'm advising you of the legal landscape. Noted. We're done here. Diana hangs up. Her hands shake. Not from fear, from fury. They think she can be bought. Think $15,000 erases a constitutional violation. Erases the humiliation. Erases the message sent to every other black driver on that highway. Sheriff Tom Wallace's statement offers no data, no specifics about the review process. He says they conducted a thorough investigation. He does not say what that investigation involved, who conducted it, or what evidence they considered. Just empty assurances. That night, Diana's phone rings at 10:34 p.m. She's already in bed. Mia's asleep down the hall. Unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. But something, instinct, training, makes her pick up. Silence. Then breathing. Heavy. Distorted. Hello? A voice. Electronically altered. Low. Menacing. Drop it. Who is this? Drop the complaint. Drop the story. Walk away. Diana sits up, heart pounding. I'm recording this call. Or your kid pays. The line goes dead. Diana stares at her phone, hands trembling now. For real. Not rage, fear. Your kid pays. Mia, 12 years old. At school right now, unaware, vulnerable. Diana's military training screams at her. Assess the threat. Protect the asset. Establish security. She calls her mother. Mom, I need you to pick up Mia from school tomorrow. Keep her at your place for a few days. Diana, what's wrong? Please, I'll explain later. Just keep her safe. Of course, but honey. Mom, please. Her mother hears the strain in her voice. I'll get her first thing. Diana doesn't sleep that night. She sits in the living room, lights off, phone in her hand. Every car that passes makes her pulse spike. At 7 a.m., she calls Emma. They threatened Mia. Emma's voice goes cold. Tell me everything. Diana recounts the call, the voice, the threat. Did you call the police? Diana almost laughs. Which police? The same department that's covering for Garrett? FBI, then. This is a federal civil rights investigation now. I don't have proof. Anonymous call, untraceable number. Diana, I'm sending Mia to my mother's. She'll be safe there. At 8 a.m., Diana watches her daughter pack a bag. Mia doesn't understand. Mom, why can't I stay here? Diana kneels, holds her hands. Baby, remember how I explained that sometimes grown-ups have to do hard things? Things that are right but scary? Mia nods. I'm doing one of those things right now, and I need you somewhere safe while I do it. Can you trust me? Mia's eyes fill with tears. Did I do something wrong? No, baby. Never. You're perfect. They hug. Diana holds on too long. Mia pulls back. Mom, you're squishing me. Diana tries to smile. Sorry. Her mother arrives, takes Mia's bag, gives Diana a look that says we'll talk later. Diana watches them drive away. Tail lights disappear around the corner. She's alone now. Completely alone. The fight just became personal. Diana sits in her apartment. Fort Jackson base housing. Walls beige. Furniture minimal. Government issue. Everything temporary. Everything ready to pack and move at a moment's notice. Except now, there's nowhere to move to. She opens her laptop. Pulls up the body cam footage. Kevin's live stream is still online. 2 million views now. She watches herself stand on that shoulder. Watches Garrett tower over her. Watches the power imbalance play out in real time. You don't look like you belong in a Mercedes. She pauses the video, rewinds, plays it again. You people always play the victim. Again. You don't belong. Her hand hovers over the laptop. One call. She could call Gregory Klein back. Accept the $15,000. Sign the NDA. Bring Mia home. Go back to normal. What's normal? A daughter who asks why they get pulled over when her white friend's mom doesn't? A system that protects bad cops and silences victims? $340,000 seized from people who look like her? That's not normal. That's just familiar. Diana closes the laptop, leans back, stares at the ceiling. She remembers 2 years ago. Mia in the back seat. They'd been pulled over. Different cop. Same routine, license and registration. And, where are you headed? Is this your car? Mia watched from the back. 9 years old. Too young to understand, but old enough to feel. After the cop left, she asked, Mom, why do they always pull us over? Jessica's mom doesn't get stopped. Diana didn't have an answer then. She said something vague about traffic safety, about how police have hard jobs, about compliance and respect. But Mia's eyes told her she knew. Kids always know. Diana didn't have an answer then. She has one now. She picks up her phone, dials Emma Bradford. I'm not backing down. Emma exhales. Relief floods her voice. Good. Because I found something else. What? Internal affairs. Someone leaked files. Diana sits up. What files? Complaint records against Garrett. 12 of them. Going back 18 months. All marked unfounded. 12? Excessive force. Racial profiling, unlawful search, the same pattern over and over, different complainants, different dates, same outcome. Investigation found no wrongdoing. Diana's chest tightens. 12 people. 12 times someone tried to hold him accountable. 12 times the system protected him instead. Who leaked them? Anonymous, encrypted email. But the files are real. I verified them with 2 sources inside the department. Can you publish them? Already writing it. But Diana, this goes higher than Garrett. Someone's signing off on these investigations. Someone's deciding to bury every complaint. Who? Internal Affairs. Captain James Holloway. Are you still with me? Because what Diana does next doesn't just challenge one cop. It challenges the entire system that protects him. If you've ever felt powerless against authority, you need to hear this. Diana stands, paces her apartment. Military training kicks in. Assess the battlefield. Identify the enemy. Plan the operation. The enemy isn't just Garrett. It's the structure. The system that trains cops to see certain people as threats. The budget incentives that reward seizures. The review process that protects bad actors. You can't fight a system by attacking individuals. You have to expose the machine. Emma, Diana says, publish everything. The complaints, the pattern, the money trail, all of it. They'll come after you harder. Let them. Diana, I didn't survive Kandahar by backing down. I'm not starting now. Emma's quiet for a moment. Then, okay. I'll have it ready by morning. Diana hangs up, looks around her empty apartment. No Mia, no husband, no family here. Just her and a decision, fight or flight. She's never been good at running. April 2nd, Charleston Post homepage, 8 a.m., top story. Pulled over for driving while black, how one South Carolina county targets minority drivers. By Emma Bradford. 3,500 words, 12 infographics, data tables, timeline, mapped stop locations, demographic breakdowns, revenue charts, and buried in paragraph 38, Major Diana Foster, U.S. Army, 16 years of service, 2 combat tours, stopped without cause, rights violated, fighting back. Within 6 hours, 500,000 views, shares, uncountable. The comment section becomes a testimony wall. This happened to my brother in Georgia, different county, same pattern. My cousin in Texas stopped for matching a description. They took his car. Me, last year, I-95. They said I looked nervous. My son, he's 17. They made him sit on the curb for an hour. Story after story, pattern after pattern, not isolated incidents, not bad apples. A system. April 3rd, Greenville Town Square, 11 a.m. 200 veterans gather, signs raised. We serve together, we stand together. 16 years in uniform, 16 minutes of harassment. Protect and serve, not profile and oppress. Diana didn't organize this, didn't ask for it. She wakes up to a text from another Army major stationed at Fort Jackson. We're rallying downtown, you in? She drives to Greenville, parks 3 blocks away, walks toward the square. She's in civilian clothes, jeans, Fort Jackson t-shirt. But people recognize her anyway. A veteran approaches. Black man, 50s. Infantry patch on his cap. Major Foster? Yes. He extends his hand. Thank you. For what? For fighting. My son got stopped on that same road 2 months ago. He didn't have your rank, your resources. They took his cash. $800, rent money. He's still trying to get it back. Diana shakes his hand. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Be loud. The rally grows. 300 people. Signs and chants. News cameras circle, local stations, national feeds. CNN picks it up. Fox, MSNBC. The story is everywhere. That same afternoon, Diana's email pings. Encrypted message. No sender name. Subject line blank. She opens it carefully. Military cybersecurity training makes her cautious. Attachment: 12 PDF files. Complaint records. Internal Affairs. Greenville County Sheriff's Department. Officer Dylan Garrett. Complaint number 1. August 2022. Officer used excessive force during routine traffic stop. Grabbed complainant's arm, leaving bruises. Finding: unfounded. Complainant failed to provide corroborating evidence. Complaint 5, February 2023. Officer engaged in racial profiling. Stopped complainant without legal justification. Made racially charged comments. Finding: unfounded. Officer's actions consistent with department training and protocols. Complaint 12, January 2024. Officer conducted unlawful search of vehicle. No warrant. No consent. Claimed probable cause that was later demonstrated to be false. Finding: unfounded. Investigation determined officer acted within legal parameters. 12 complaints, 12 dismissals. Same investigating officer on every report. Captain James Holloway, Internal Affairs. Diana forwards the files to Emma. Subject line: your leak just got bigger. Emma calls within 3 minutes. Where did you get these? Anonymous email. Can you verify sender? No, but the documents look real. I'll have legal check them. If they're authentic, this is huge. Emma runs the files through her sources. 2 former officers confirm. These are real IA reports. The letterhead matches. The case numbers align with department records. 48 hours later, Emma publishes the follow-up. Internal complaints against officer revealed. Pattern of dismissed allegations. The article details all 12 complaints. Excerpts from witness statements. Timeline of investigations. The pattern of dismissals. Views: 700,000 in the first day. Diana's phone rings. Captain Holloway, the man who signed off on 12 unfounded reports. She doesn't answer. He leaves a voicemail. Major Foster, I think we should talk, privately. There are things you don't understand about how these investigations work. Diana deletes it. She understands perfectly. April 8th, 3:42 a.m. Emma Bradford's inbox pings. Email from unknown sender. Routed through VPN. Headers scrambled. Subject line: you wanted proof. She opens it. 7 attachments. Email screenshots. Date range: January 2023 through February 2024. From Lieutenant Brian Harris. To Patrol Division officers including Dylan Garrett. Subject: Q1 performance targets. Team: effective immediately. Minimum 15 traffic stops per officer per month. Focus areas: Interstate 85 corridor, luxury vehicles, out-of-county registration. Civil asset forfeiture revenue goals: $90,000 quarterly. Performance reviews and bonus eligibility tied to quota compliance. Any questions? See me directly. BH. Emma's hands shake. She reads it again, then again. This isn't a rogue cop. This is policy. She checks the metadata. Email headers authentic. Server timestamps match. Digital signatures verify. She calls her editor at 4 a.m. We need legal review, now. By 8 a.m., 3 attorneys have examined the documents. Conclusion: genuine. Metadata authenticated. Email trail verified through independent IT analysis. Emma starts writing. Her fingers fly across the keyboard. This is the story. The smoking gun. Not suspicion. Not pattern. Direct evidence of systematic targeting. Headline: Internal emails reveal quota system. Revenue targets in Greenville traffic stops. She publishes at noon. The internet explodes. Within 1 hour, South Carolina Attorney General's office releases a statement. "We are reviewing these allegations with the utmost seriousness. Our Civil Rights Division has opened a formal investigation." Within 2 hours, the U.S. Department of Justice announces, "Federal authorities are examining potential civil rights violations by the Greenville County Sheriff's Department." Within 3 hours, Sheriff Tom Wallace holds another press conference. No prepared statement this time. He looks tired, cornered. "We are cooperating fully with all investigations. I want to assure the public that any officer found to have violated policy will be held accountable." A reporter shouts, "What about the quota emails?" Wallace's jaw tightens. "I have not personally seen those emails." "But you oversee the department budget. You signed off on the forfeiture revenue allocations." "Budget decisions are made in consultation with county administration." "Did you know about performance targets tied to seizures?" "No comment at this time." Translation: Yes. April 12th. Grand jury convened. Greenville County Courthouse. Subpoenas issued. Sheriff Tom Wallace, Lieutenant Brian Harris, Officer Dylan Garrett, Captain James Holloway. 15 other officers named in traffic stop data. The county attorney files motions to quash. Argues executive privilege. Argues ongoing personnel matters. Argues law enforcement sensitivity. The judge denies every motion. This court will not be a party to obstruction. The grand jury will hear evidence. Diana receives a text message. Unknown number. Grand jury wants you to testify. April 15th. Are you willing? She knows this number. Federal prosecutors. She'd spoken with them 3 days ago. Background interview, voluntary cooperation. Now they want her under oath. She types one word. Yes. The response comes immediately. "We'll be in touch with details. Thank you for your service, both kinds." Diana sits back. The machinery of justice is slow, painfully slow. But it's moving now. Garrett thought the badge protected him. Wallace thought the department protected him. Harris thought the system protected all of them. They were wrong. Because Diana Foster didn't just wear the uniform, she understood what it meant. Protect the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, even when the enemy wears a badge. April 15th, Greenville County Courthouse, Room 302, Grand Jury Proceedings, closed to public, 23 jurors, 1 prosecutor, 1 court reporter, and Major Diana Foster. She enters alone. No attorney. She doesn't need one. She's not on trial. They are. Oath administered, hand raised. "Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?" "I do." The prosecutor is a woman, mid-40s, federal, sharp suit, sharper eyes. "Major Foster, please describe the events of March 14th, 2024. Diana speaks. Steady voice. No emotion. Just facts. Military briefing style. Clear. Concise. Chronological. At approximately 16:42 hours, I was driving northbound on Interstate 85. Speed. 58 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. I was signaled to pull over by Officer Dylan Garrett of the Greenville County Sheriff's Department. No traffic violation had occurred. She continues. The stop, the questions, the implications. Officer Garrett stated I didn't look like I belonged in my vehicle. He took my phone without warrant or consent. He wrote a citation for a violation that did not occur. When I refused to sign, he called for backup and threatened arrest. Jurors lean forward. Pens move across notepads. The prosecutor asks, "What happened next?" I exercised my rights. I put on my military uniform to establish my identity and authority. Officer Garrett returned my phone and allowed me to leave. Why the uniform? Because without it, I was just another black woman on the side of the road. With it, I was someone who could cause problems for his career. The words hang in the air. No one moves. Prosecutor. Let's review the body cam footage. His screens light up around the room. Timestamp 16:42, 18 seconds. Garrett's voice fills the chamber. You don't look like you belong in a Mercedes. The jurors watch, silent. The footage continues. You people always play the victim. More silence. Then, Diana in uniform, ribbons across her chest. Garrett frozen, speechless. The video ends. The room stays quiet. Prosecutor. Officer Garrett, you're invited to respond to these allegations. Garrett sits in the witness chair, his attorney beside him. Expensive suit. County money. The attorney speaks. My client respectfully declines to testify at this time, invoking his Fifth Amendment rights. Translation. Everything Diana said is true, and he can't deny it without incriminating himself. The prosecutor doesn't push. She doesn't need to. Jury deliberates. 40 minutes. They return. 4-person stands. Reads from the form. On the charge of official misconduct under color of law, true bill. On the charge of civil rights violation, Title 18, Section 242, true bill. On the charge of deprivation of property without due process, true bill. Dylan Garrett will face criminal trial. Diana exhales. First time in weeks. Real breath. Full lungs. Outside the courthouse, cameras wait. Microphones cluster. Diana reads a prepared statement. Accountability starts here, not with me. With a system that finally chose truth over protection. Officer Garrett will face trial. But this fight extends beyond one officer. The Greenville County Sheriff's Department implemented quota systems, revenue targets, and policies that encouraged racial profiling. Those systems must be dismantled. Those policies must end. She folds the paper, looks directly at the cameras. The badge is not a shield. Accountability is not optional. And justice, real justice, demands we hold powerful people to the same standards as everyone else. She walks down the courthouse steps. Someone shouts, "Major Foster, what's next?" Diana pauses, looks back. We're just getting started. April 16th, Greenville County Sheriff's Department issues a statement. Officer Dylan Garrett has been suspended without pay pending criminal proceedings. An independent review of all traffic stops conducted between 2022 and 2024 is underway. Hundreds of cases flagged, seizures questioned, citations reviewed. April 20th, South Carolina State Legislature. Bill introduced. House Bill 4523. Mandatory body cams for all law enforcement. Independent civilian review boards. Quarterly traffic stop audits with demographic analysis. Ban on quota systems tied to revenue. The bill has bipartisan support. Governor's endorsement. It will pass. Diana returns to Fort Jackson. Her commander calls her into his office. Hell of a fight, Major. Sir, it's not over. I know, but you started something. That night, Diana drives to her mother's house. Mia runs out, hugs her, hard. Mom, did you win? Diana kneels, eye level. Baby, we're still fighting, but we're not alone anymore. Mia hugs her again. I'm proud of you. Diana's eyes sting. I'm proud of you too. She wore the uniform. He wore the badge. Only one earned it. The badge is not a shield. Accountability is not optional. If this story reached you, share it. If you've lived this story, speak it. Justice only comes when we refuse silence, like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt powerless against a system designed to protect the powerful? Your story matters. Your voice matters. We're just getting started.